Hello everyone, I'm Sanji. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If this isn't your first time and you've checked me out before, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. I'd very much appreciate it if you hit the subscription button and the little bell so that you will be notified when I upload new content. Okay, so let's get into it. We are discussing astrological pairings based on sun sign. In this video, we will be discussing Virgo. Who's a Virgo? Well, Virgos have birthdays that fall between calendar date August 23rd through and including September 22nd. So if you or your loved one has a birthday that falls on or in between those days, they are Virgo. So what are we doing? We are pairing up sun sign Virgo with every other sun sign on the astrological chart. And we're seeing what a typical relationship is like when you are paired with Virgo. Now, here's the disclaimer. Is this everything that'll happen in your relationship? Absolutely not. People are different and unique in their own ways. However, this is a general depiction of what could happen when your sun sign is paired with Virgo. Got it? Good. Okay, so let's talk about some general description of sun sign Virgo. Well, right off the top, Virgos are known for being quite thorough. What does that mean? Well, they are known as the perfectionist of the zodiac. Yeah. If you want something planned and done right the first time, you should probably get yourself a Virgo to complete the task. The Virgo is the smoldering intellectual type, all right? They have a fantastic eye for detail, and they love order, efficiency, and precision in all things, okay? Now, if you find intelligence and professionalism with a reserved demeanor, typically, then you're gonna love yourself a Virgo. Virgos have a very quick mind and typically a very good sense of humor in most things. A Virgo will lose patience if you are not quite as precise and proficient as you could be. But we'll talk about that later in the sun sign pairings, okay? They are the empathizers and the good listeners of the zodiac. So if you got a Virgo in your life and you're going through some things, they are the ones to tell your problems to and probably come up with a great solution for you too. Now, a common fault attributed to Virgo is that they are highly critical of themselves and others. They are likely to have trouble relaxing as they are so efficient that Virgos just keep going and going and going. And being idle seems like a waste of time to most Virgos. So, they are typically reserved people, and they don't relax and let their hair down, so to speak, until they know you. Virgos are known to be the observers of the zodiac, a lot like Scorpio, but slightly different. They are analytical, discriminating about who they spend their time with, and quite reliable once you have a Virgo in your life. Now, Virgos typically have a great sense of humor, as I said, which can be quite off-putting at first because they are so reserved and professional about most of the things that they do. Now, they can be seen as picky, aloof, sarcastic, pessimistic, and sometimes whiny. Sorry, Virgo. They said it. I didn't, all right? Now, they're highly critical of themselves and others, but that is because they're seeking perfection. And typically, a Virgo will be a lot harder on themselves than they are on you. Now, their self-imposed modesty, however, is quite endearing. They're very sweet and kind people. Some people think, well, because they are so reserved and laid back and they keep a very professional exterior, that can sometimes lead to being called boring. No, not at all. As I said, Virgos have a very good sense of humor, quick wit, and they are also known as the secret freaks of the zodiac. Bet you didn't know that. Oh yeah, a Virgo will not let their guard down and let you see just how freaky they can be until they trust you. So, if your Virgo hasn't quite let you into their secret place, keep working at it. It's in there. Now, they analyze love and they seek perfection in all things. They are typically loyal to you, so they're great partners. Unless they're unsatisfied in your relationship, then you might have yourself a problematic Virgo. Conversations and intellectual connections tend to be what's most important to them. And they are typically neat and very well-groomed people. Virgos have been portrayed as the nagging, uptight type, but that is quite the contrary. That's a really bad name that's been given to Virgo. In fact, Virgos can be and are lots of fun in most settings. So, if you've got yourself a Virgo, you've got somebody that's quite interesting. How they'll match up with you? Well, stay tuned when I tell you what it's like for your sign to... Hello, Virgo with Sagittarius. Welcome to your matchup. So let's jump right into it. Virgo with Sagittarius can be a very solid matchup. That's right. These two intellectually are fantastic because you both have very fast and clever minds. So the conversations between you two should never be dull or boring because you're both excellent communicators. Unless, of course, you choose to shut down on each other. That's another thing. We'll get into it. But initially, when the two of you want to have conversations, they will be fantastic. Whether they are funny in nature or serious about world issues, the two of you will go back and forth, and it will be both enjoyable and stimulating for the both of you. Now, you're both highly independent people, and you can be wary of commitment with the wrong person, especially Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius are known as one of our bachelors of the zodiac sun signs. So it's going to take quite a bit for you to catch that Sagittarius Virgo. You're gonna have to put in a little work to convince them. All right? So now you're both very adaptable and open-minded people, and you will likely do well on a friendship or casual level. That's right. Of course, you always approach Sagittarius with friendship and casual. That's their love language. Now, it's not to say Sagittarians don't commit. Of course not. But as I said to you, Sagittarians are notorious for having to be sure that you are the one that they're going to hang their hat on, because Sagittarians by nature are quite adventurous people, and they like to keep things stimulating. So Virgo, you're going to have to convince your Sagittarius that things are not going to get boring. Okay? Now, Virgo is inclined to be more pessimistic by nature, whereas Sagittarius is very much more carefree and optimistic about most things, to the point that sometimes your Sagittarian can be a little reckless as giving into impulses as opposed to sticking steadfast to those responsibilities. What will Virgo's reaction be to Sagittarius' whimsical behavior at times? Quite disapproving. Can you two survive it? Absolutely. Now, Sagittarius will awe Virgo in how they can be optimistic and carefree and yet have such amazing results in getting things done. Yeah, Sagittarius has a way of doing things in their very own unique way and accomplishing them. Virgo, you might want to pay close attention to your Sagittarius to figure out just how they do what they do and take a few pointers. Okay? Now, Virgos can be quite cautious and reserved, while your Sagittarian is more outgoing and adventurous and spontaneous and, yes, quite passionate. So Virgo, you'll certainly admire these traits, and at times you may feel that your Sagittarian is, shall we say, doing a bit too much. But over time, you will become quite comfortable with your Sagittarian's fiery personality, and you will make the adjustments, or at least you should. Now, Virgos can be reclusive and often quiet. And this quiet, reserved behavior won't exactly be received all that well from your Sagittarian initially. They're going to wonder what the heck's wrong with you, to put it mildly. But, you know, Sagittarians, you have to understand, not everybody is on fire. Not everybody wants to go, 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 go. Sometimes your Virgos like to think and be reflective. So you're going to have to chill out and give your Virgos their space and their time that they need to get things done, because that's who Virgo is. All right? So the issue comes into play where Sagittarian is very upfront. Okay? Sagittarians are known. They're the fiery tongue of the sun sign zodiacs. Yeah. You want to know the truth about something, ask a Sagittarian. Now, how is that fiery tongue received with Virgo? Well, we all know that Virgo's tongue can be quite critical. So you've got fiery, blunt meets critical Virgo. Yeah, that can definitely turn into War of the Roses if you guys aren't careful. So you're going to have to watch out for that. How do you do that? Because the two of you, that's your nature. Virgo's nature is to be critical. Sagittarian's nature is to be blunt. How do you guys not kill each other? I'll tell you how to overcome those War of the Roses type of fights between Virgo and Sagittarius in part 2 of Virgo and Sagittarius matchup. What I will tell you here, though, here's a freebie, a bonus. Virgo, I know that you enjoy routine. You like to get things done. You are very rigid almost, to the point of handling your responsibilities. The danger here is that you have to be careful not to bore your adventurous Sagittarian. Yes, they are going to understand that this is your nature early on in the relationship, and they're going to give you the space to be who you are. But here's a word of caution for you, Virgo. You're going to have to step it up eventually. Eventually, your Sagittarian needs for you to show them how you feel. They need you to express it. That is what they are going to need in order to keep this relationship on track. So, how do you show fiery, adventurous Sagittarian that they mean more to you than just a casual friendship that they initially said that they wanted? I'll tell you that I'll tell you some other things about how you get around the whimsical behavior of the Sagittarius spending spree and going off track, and how you deal with critical Virgo and their need for space and to shut down and get things done. Join me on part 2 at sanji.com, where you will learn those tips and more. Thank you so much for watching. See you on part 2. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Until next time, bye Virgo with Sagittarius. See you on part 2.